Assalamu alaikum. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. This is virtual class of Pakistan International School Taif. I am Muhammad Yasin. This English class is for the students of grade 5. This is our 16th video in this class. We shall do chapter 5 of Active English book 5 today. After today's lesson, students will be able to understand the passage given in chapter 5. They will be able to do exercises given at the end of this chapter. They will learn to do workbook of chapter 5 also. Dear students, before starting the lesson, I want you to be familiar with some of the terms used in this lesson. For example, you will find Himalaya mountains, that is a range of mountains. Very high mountains are there in Pakistan. River Indus is the longest river in Pakistan. It starts from Himalayas and ends by falling in the sea in Karachi. Punjab is the province of Pakistan. This name, it has got this name by Punjab. Panj means 5, Ab means water. That is why it is called land of 5 rivers also. Guddu is a place on River Indus. There is a modern bridge over there. Dear students, canal is a water channel. It is used to get water from the river and to supply it to the crops. Dear students, to get more familiar with these terms, I would like to show you some of the pictures to get more understanding. You can see these are Himalayas. This is mountain range that is called Himalayas. This is another scene of Himalayas, snow falling scene of Himalayas. This is Himalayas, snow has fallen. There are trees also. Wildlife is over there also. Dear students, when snow melts, it produces water. Water flow downward and River Indus starts from here. This is a scene of River Indus when it starts from Himalayas. This is the beginning of River Indus. This is another scene of River Indus. When it comes on plain areas, it becomes like this. This is a bridge over River Indus at Guddu. Dear students, this is a canal. This is made artificially. Man has made it to get water from the river to provide it to the crops. You can see its sides are raised manually. Dear students, place like this is called a dam. Canals get water from the river by making dams. Dear students, after getting some familiarity with these terms, we are able to start our lesson. Now we shall read the lesson. The name of the lesson is Rivers, Canals and Deserts. River is a water channel. Just like River Indus, it starts in Himalayas and ends in Karachi. Canal is a water channel. Canal takes water from the river and provides to the crops. Desert is an area where there is a lot of sand. Less water is there and we cannot grow crops over there very well because of shortage of water. The River Indus flows from its beginning in the Kailash range of the Himalaya mountains to the coast of Sindh, where it reaches the sea. It flows across the Great Plain, about twice as big as the whole of England. There are about as many people living there as there are in the whole of England. When the heavy rains come, it floods over the plain. In some places, it may be 10 miles or more from one side to the other. but it is usually not more than 1.5 miles. Dear students, the width of this river is about 1.5 miles, but at some places it becomes 10 miles also when it enters the plain areas. People are living around it. Dear students, this was the first part of this lesson. I have divided it into parts to make it more visible for you to read it easily. Let us move to the second part of this lesson. Dear students, the river is very wide, but now there are many modern bridges. In earlier times, people could only cross the river by ferry or by sailing boat. Today, one of the biggest and most modern bridges is at Guddu. It is about half a mile long. Another very modern bridge is at Kotri. Dear students, Guddu and Kotri are places on the river Indus. This was second part of our lesson. Let us move to the third part. The Punjab gets its name from the 5 rivers which flow into the Indus. In the Punjab language, Panj means 5 and Aab in the Persian language means water. So it is land of 5 rivers. The river Satluj of Punjab is the last big river to join the Indus before it goes into the sea. Karachi is a very big and important port. It stands on the sea about 20 miles from the point where the Indus flows into the sea. Big ships from all over the world come to Karachi and you can go from there by sea or by air to anywhere in the world. Dear students, this is part number 5 of this lesson, which shows our desert is usually very hot in summer, but in the winter nights are often very cold. Many places are very hot but are not deserts. It is not only heat that makes desert, but the lack of rain. Not many things will grow in a desert, as we have discussed before. Crops cannot grow very well over there due to shortage of water and hot weather. In the Indus plain, much of the land is hot, sandy desert, but the Punjab is different. Dear students, this is part number 6. In the Punjab, there is not much rain and it is also very hot in summer, but it is not a desert. It is like a green garden. Water is taken from the rivers to make things grow. It is taken by canals. The Punjab area has many canals. Another way that the water reaches the land is when the river floods. Yes, students, when flood comes, the river water come out of the river and destroy everything, crops, roads, telecommunication system, electricity system, roads, houses. The floods often do more harm than good. They bring too much water and wash away growing crops and destroy houses. But they leave behind on the land a layer of rich mud. Crops like rice and sugar cane grow very well in this mud. Dear students, this is the benefit of flood, because when flood water moves back to the river, it leaves some mud over the land. Crops grow well over there, but this benefit is very little as compared to the destruction that floods make on the land. They destroy houses, roads, crops, and after destroying everything, if we get a little benefit, that is useless as compared to the destruction. When you see a canal, you may think it is a river, but if you look at the sides of it, you will see that the banks are not natural, but have been raised above the land by man. The banks are almost straight too, not curved like most rivers. The canals follow the slope of the Indus River towards the sea. This slope is what makes the water in the rivers and canals flow so. so quickly. From the big canals running slightly downhill, smaller ones branches off, which divide into even smaller ones until they are just like ditches, running along the fields and flooding them. Dear students, flooding them, the word is used here, but here it means to water the crops. Ditches are small water channels which we use to get water from the canal and to provide water to our crops. We need a lot of money to build these canals and plenty of water in the rivers. Also, some places cannot be reached by canal because they are too far from the rivers or the land is too high. In both cases, dear students, we cannot provide water to the fields with the help of canals if the place is very far from the river or if it is very high from the river level. However, a great deal of land that was once brown desert in Sindh and Punjab is now green with growing crops. Dear students, it is difficult to provide water from the river to everywhere in the country, but it is possible. When we spend money after hard work, we can provide river water to the fields, to the crops with the help of canals. Let us move forward. Dear students, we have read the lesson. I think you have got some understanding of the passage given in this lesson. Now we shall do the exercises by using the understanding that we have developed by reading the passage given in this lesson. Dear students, exercise 1 is to choose the best answer. The Indus begins in, where does it begin? In Himalaya, Karachi, River Satluj, Great Plain, Kotdi. We have read it starts in Himalaya. You can see it is given in your lesson. The river Indus flows from the beginning in Kailash ranges of Himalaya mountains. It starts in Himalaya. We shall choose the answer Himalaya. Across the Indus there are how many bridges? Many. You can see it here given. There are many modern bridges there now. There was a time when there were not many, but now there are many. At the widest place, dear students, we have read in the lesson, mostly it is 1.5 miles, but sometimes in plain areas it becomes about 10 miles. We shall choose the answer 10 miles. A canal flows out of the river, out of bigger river, yes, not into canal or anywhere other. Our answer is given in the lesson also. We shall choose out of a bigger river. Dear students, we have done first exercise. This is exercise number 2. Let us read the instructions and do it accordingly. In the instructions, it is written, put the tick by the true sentences and a cross by the untrue ones. Karachi, the biggest city in Pakistan, stands on the sea. Does it stand on the sea? Yes, it is written in the lesson also. Karachi is very big and important port. It stands on the sea. Therefore, we shall put a tick at the end of this part. The Indus has 5 rivers which join it. Yes, there are 5 rivers. It is written in the lesson. The Punjab gets its name from the 5 rivers which flow into the Indus. This part is true also. Next part is crops grow well in the desert. In the desert, does crops grow well? No. It is written in the lesson also. Not many things will grow in a desert. That is why this part is false, untrue. Floods do more good. Floods do more good when they destroy houses, roads, telecommunication, electricity, buildings, everything they destroy. Do they do more good? Do they do more good? No, this is wrong. They do more harm. That is why this part is untrue. Desert can be made green. Dear students, we have read. Yes. The places which were desert before, we are growing crops over there. But to grow crops in the desert is very difficult. We have to spend a lot of money, a lot of hard work is required to make a desert green, but it is possible. We have done successfully in some of the areas. That is why this part is true. Let us move to the next exercise. Dear students, this is exercise 3. In this exercise, we are set to make 18 sentences from this table. If you look at the table, we can make sentence, he ran so fast that he won the race, no one could catch him, he left the others behind. Dear students, by using fast and all the phrases given here in this column, you can see we can make 9 sentences. We can make 3 sentences by using he ran and fast. We can make 3 more sentences by using he moved and fast. We can make 3 more sentences by using he drove the car and fast. In this way, we can make 9 sentences by using fast from this column. And then we shall make more 9 sentences by using quickly. In this way, we shall get 18 sentences. Let us make the sentences. Dear students, here you can see. First I have written, he ran. He ran. With fast, 3 sentences are there. Then I used he moved so, 3 sentences. Then I used he drove the car. There are 3 sentences. Dear students, in this way, we have made 9 sentences by using fast. This is given here fast. Now we shall change this fast by quickly, and then we shall get 9 more sentences. May I show you? Yes. Here are 9 more sentences. I have replaced fast with quickly. In this way, we have got 9 more sentences. This is the way to make 18 sentences by using this table. Let us move forward. Dear students, this is exercise 4. In this exercise, we are set to join the sentences. Notice that you don't need to use very. Very is given here in the given sentence. He ran very quickly. No one could catch him. This is example how it is changed. He ran so quickly that no one could catch him. Dear students, if we try to notice the changes, we find this very is changed into so, this full stop is changed into that, and this no, N was capital, it is changed into smaller one. Yes students, I have mentioned here the changes. Very will change into so, full stop will change into that, and this N capital will become smaller. This is the way to write our answers. Dear students, these are the first 5 parts of this exercise. Let us see how it will change. Very will change into so. It rained so heavily that the water could not drain away. Let us write the answer. Yes students, it is written just like this. What will be the answer of B part? It rained so heavily that whole blocks of flats were swept away. Let us write the answer. Dear students, this is the way to write these answers. C will become the car was moving so fast. Next will be the children in the choir sang so softly. The clerk wrote so quickly that I could not read his writing. Let us move to the next part of this exercise. The thief moved so quietly that no one woke up. Let us write the answer. The bus conductor spoke so loudly that everyone heard him. The policeman ran so quickly that he caught two of the men. Dear students, this is the way to complete this exercise. We have done exercise 4. Let us move forward and do our next exercise. Dear students, this is the workbook. You can see this is the first page of our workbook. Let us read the instructions and try to understand what are we said to do in this exercise. Rewrite each pair of sentences as one sentence. Use so, use that. Dear students, can you notice? It is worth noting that this page is exactly the same that you did in your exercise 4. In exercise 4 of your book, you used so, you used that to join the sentences. It is just like that. He hid himself very carefully. He hid himself so carefully. Do you remember? You were doing the same in your exercise 4. He hid himself so carefully that this full stop will be replaced by that, and this n of no will become smaller. I think you have recalled your memory, and you know now that to complete this page of workbook, you will do the same that you have done in your exercise 4 of the book. How shall we complete this answer here? She walked so quietly. She walked very quietly. She walked so quietly. Now we shall replace this full stop by that, and we shall change this n into smaller. Let us write this answer. She walked so quietly that no one heard her coming. Yes, students. You have developed understanding to do this page. Now we shall do all the parts one by one. I have divided this page into parts to make it more visible for you to read it easily. Dear students, what will be the answer of first part? He hid himself very carefully. We shall write here so carefully. Instead of full stop, we shall write here that, and we shall change this capital N into smaller n. Let us write the answer. He hid himself so carefully that no one could see him. Yes, this is the correct way to change two sentences into a single one. Okay, she walked so quietly that no one heard her coming. Next will become, he spoke so loudly that the people in the next room could hear him. The next part will become, he spoke so angrily that everyone was frightened. Let us move to the next part. This is part number 5. It will become, she played the sitar so beautifully. Instead of very beautifully, we shall write here so beautifully that everyone clapped. Let us write the answer. She played the sitar so beautifully that everyone clapped. Let us move to the next. She did her work so carefully that the teacher was very pleased. What will be the next answer? He did his work so carefully that he was given no marks. Dear students, it is he did his work so carelessly. Carelessly means having no care, without caring, when handwriting is not good enough. The answer number 8 will be Mr. Shah. Mr. Shah spoke so clearly that even the people at the back could hear him. Yes, students, let us move to the next part. Here you can see part number 9. The boy tied up the parcel very loosely. We shall write here so loosely. The boy tied up the parcel so loosely that everything fell out. Next answer will become, he wrote so neatly that the teacher pinned his work on the board to show other students. He spoke so politely that his parents were pleased. Next answer will become, he ran so quickly that no one could catch him. Dear students, I think you have noted that this page of the workbook was quite similar to the exercise 4 of our book. Both are done in the same way, and the way is so simple and easy that you can understand it very well. Let us move to the next page of our workbook. Yes, students, on this page we are set to choose the best answers. Mr. Ali was hurt in a road act, road strike, road attack, road accident, road ambulance. Yes, students, what is very common? Is it common to hear or to say road act, road strike, road attack? No. What is common? Road accident. That is why we shall choose D part as our correct answer. Next part is, before you can go into the cinema, you must buy a stamp, ticket, seat, chair, bill. What is the word that we use to get permission to go into the cinema? That is the word ticket. That is why we shall choose B part as our correct answer. Let us move to the next part. Yes, students, here it is written, the first ticket, first money, first prize, first offer for winning the lottery was 100,000 rupees or reals. What will be here? The first ticket? Dear students, it is very common. The first prize, second prize, third prize. That is why we shall select option D as our correct option. Let us move to the next part now. Oh dear, said Mrs. Ali, I have forgotten my purse. I am afraid that my remembering, my memory, my minding, my remembrance. Dear students, what is very common that we use in such type of situation? Yes, that is memory. That my memory is not as good as it used to be. As it used to be means as it was before. That is why we shall select C part as our correct answer. Yes, students, these are the last two parts of this exercise. From Islamabad to London, it is a long distance travel. Distant, difference, different. What is the term that we use? Dear students, from Islamabad to London will be a distance. Yes, our correct option will be A, and we shall choose it like this. Next part is, the bus conductor told the passenger that the fee for fare. Dear students, the money that we give to the conductor while sitting in a bus is called fare. F-A-R-E. That is why we shall select our D part. We shall select D part as our correct answer. Let us choose it. Yes, we have done it. Dear students, we have done this second part of our workbook of this lesson. Look at the homework. You will read the whole passage given in this lesson once again to develop more understanding of the lesson. Dear students, after that you will do all exercises which are done in this exercise. All which are given at the end of this lesson. These are 4 exercises. You will do all. After that, you will complete workbook of this lesson. There are 2 pages in workbook. Dear students, if you find this homework more to finish it in one day, don't worry, you can complete it second day also. Dear students, in a week, in 7 days, you get 3 videos. 3 videos means to do homework given in one video, you have 2 days, because there are 7 days in a week and you get 3 videos only. If you could not complete it in one day, you can do one part of it next day also. That is why don't worry, take 2 days to complete this homework. It is important. Dear students, that is all from our today's lesson. See you later in another video. Goodbye.